What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Abe, and these are the March 2018 patch notes. And I figured we could go through them as quickly as we can and still make sense of them, and see what's in store for us this month. So you can find these at www.eveonline.com. Then there's like /article /P5W1J and so on and so forth. But if you just search for patch notes for March 2018 release EVE Online on Google, you can find this, and this is what you will get. So let's just start from the top and work our way down as we usually do. As we've talked about, or as they told us previously, they would be continuing to do some rebalancing. So that's where this starts. Patch notes for March 2018 release 1.0, released on Tuesday, March 20th. That's today. Features and changes. Starting with balance. For explanation and discussion on ship balance changes in this patch, please see this dev blog. Again, if you come over here, you can click around and get a little bit more background on some of these changes. Tech 1 battleships are updated, includes Pirate Faction and Navy Faction battleships, does not include Special Edition battleships. They add 25% cargo capacity and 20% maximum lock range. Attack battlecruisers Oracle, Naga, Talos, and Tornado may now fit medium micro jump drives. The Orthrus is getting its power grid reduced by 100, its maximum velocity reduced by 15, and its signature radius increased by 15. The Ferox has lost 100 power grid and 15 CPU. The Macarial Galente battleship bonus per level is now 7.5% to large projectile turret fall off, and it was 10%. Gained a mid slot, lost a low slot. The Drake Navy issue, the Caldari battlecruiser bonus per level is 10% to heavy missile and heavy assault missile damage, was 4% to shield resistances. Lost a launcher slot. Cyclone maximum Minmatar battlecruiser bonus per level. 7.5% to heavy missile launcher and heavy assault missile launcher rate of fire. It was 5%. The Eagle got 12 added to its maximum velocity, 25 added to its drone bandwidth, and 25 added to its drone bay. The Munin, or Munin, depending on how you pronounce that, the Minmatar cruiser bonus per level is 7.5% to medium projectile turret damage. It was 5%. 150 armor hit points were added. 20 maximum velocity was added. It lost 750,000 kilograms of mass. Lost 10 signature radius. Lost a high slot and gained a mid slot. Balance changes to the Entosis link modules. Allow remote assistance to subcapital ships with Entosis links running, including remote reps. Significantly reduced max ranges, 20 km for T1 and 50 km for T2. Significantly reduced fitting requirements for the T2 module, 20 power grid and 5 CPU. And plus 100% sensor strength to any ship with an active cycling Entosis link. Now, I haven't personally played around with links, so I don't have a lot to say about this. I apologize. Balance changes to sovereignty capture events. Increase the score gained per node capture from 5% to 7%. Reduce the number of starting nodes from 5 to 4. And increase the random node spawn chance by about 14%. The maximum accumulation of jump fatigue has been reduced from 4 days to 5 hours. And that's the blue timer. The chat system, new chat backend. Constellation and region channels have been removed. Player-created chat channels are now always in immediate mode. All members are shown in the member list without any member limit. Operators of chat channels can no longer add further operators, change the password, or change the mode of the channel. Only the channel owner is now allowed to do these things, not operators. So, removed the option to specify a recruitment channel for corp recruitment adverts. Please use a link in the description if you want to add a recruitment channel. Gameplay. Nanite repair paste may now be placed into ammo holds. Graphics. Various under-the-hood graphics engine optimizations and refactoring to optimize for upcoming improvements and changes to the visuals of the game. Oh, that's exciting. We have renovated the next set of graphical assets found in dead space areas and missions, giving them the latest V5 shader treatment. Modules. Expired the Guardian's Gala cerebral accelerators. Miscellaneous. When a player initiates a private conversation with another player, the recipient will now only see the private conversation chat tab after a message has been sent. This should drastically reduce the number of accidental conversations. Added the Marshal to Project Discovery rewards. Granted the Marshal to those players who have passed the required level in Project Discovery. Accounts that are under restrictions preventing trading characters due to prior rule breaking are now also prevented from extracting skill points. Missions and NPCs added the Hunt Live event, running from 3/20 to 4/3, so March 20th, which is today, through the 3rd of April. Introducing the Monitor class flag cruiser from the CDIA Division of Concord. Select T2 materials are required as build inputs, and the BPCs can be sourced from the Concord loyalty point stores. The Monitor has Amar Cruiser bonuses per skill level of 5% to ship armor hit points. Caldari Cruiser bonuses 5% to ship shield hit points. Galente Cruiser bonuses per skill level is 5% bonus to agility. Minmatar Cruiser bonuses per skill level, 5% reduction in ship signature radius. And Flag Cruisers bonuses per skill level is 4% to all armor, shield, and hull resistances. Has a roll bonus. Can use medium micro jump drive modules. 99% reduction in power grid and CPU requirements for afterburner, micro warp drive, and micro jump drive modules. 99.9% reduction in power grid and CPU requirements for scan probe launcher and target painter modules. 300% bonus to target painter optimal range. 99% reduction in target painter effectiveness. Wait a minute. Ah, yes. Okay, this makes sense. So 300% bonus to target painter optimal range, 99% reduction in target painter effectiveness, 100% resistance to ECM effects, and 70% resistance to sensor dampener, target painter, energy neutralizer, and energy Nosferatu effects. Now, you may be asking, what would you want to do with a ship, or why would they give you a bonus to target painter optimal range and reduce the entire effectiveness of that target painter? This is that ship that they were talking about with where it's geared towards the fleet commander to sit in and still and be able to be somewhat protected, but not like a huge threat on the field. The target painter will give them the ability to like tag intended targets, but not impact that with a really effective target painter. So anyway, slots and fitting: 1 high, 3 medium, 0 low, 0 turrets, 0 launchers, 0 rig slots, and 0 calibration. 3 power grid, 1 CPU for fittings. Defensive shields, armor, and hull is 9,000, 9,000, and 2,000. Base shield resistance across the board is 90%. Base armor resistances are 90%. Capacitor, 5,000 over 500 seconds over 10, which is the amount divided by the recharge rate by the average cap per second. Mobility, max velocity, agility, mass, align time is 220 max velocity, 0.6 agility, 16 million kilograms mass, and a 13.31 second align time. That's pretty slow. 3.3 AU per second warp speed. That's going to be, people are going to be upset with that. Let's see. Drones don't have any bandwidth or drone bay. Targeting have a max targeting range of 250 kilometers, scan resolution of 400, and max lock targets of 12. Sensor strength of 20 gravimetric, signature radius of 40, cargo capacity of 0, and an ammo bay capacity of 10. Shuttles and capsules now have a 90% reduction to effective distance traveled for jump fatigue accrual. Structures and deployables. Let's see. Following a sinusoidal jump, ships are delayed from tethering by 30 seconds. The tethering delay does not impact docking. This tethering delay applies to all sino jumps, including normal capital jumping, black ops jumping, and to ships being bridged. It does not affect the ship that opens up the bridge and stays at the origin point. The 30-second countdown begins once the ship loses its post-jump invulnerability, either by manually moving or after 60 seconds. The ship's tether block timer will be shown in the buff bar UI. The standard 30-second station undocking invulnerability now also applies to upwell structures. As with stations, this invulnerability is broken if a target is locked, a module is activated, or any action is taken to move your ship. It is now possible to lock blueprints in corporation hangars within upwell structures. Added a few characters that may be used in structure names. Structures may now include the following characters in their name: A to Z, capital letters; A to Z, lowercase; 0 to 9, the dollar sign, the pound sign, the percentage sign, the ampersand, the apostrophe, open and closed brackets, the asterisks, the plus, the comma, the hyphen, and the period. Added visual effects that are played on a structure when it successfully completes a repair cycle or when it is successfully reinforced. Structures in low power mode will now display reduced docking traffic, exterior lights, and holograms. Corporations may now set their default reinforcement hour per weekday, or hour or weekday. This will be used when anchoring a new structure, but does not affect structures already in space. Editing this setting requires a character to have the Station Manager Corporation role. In the Structure Browser UI, go to My Structures tab, select any profile from the profile list, go to the Corporation Settings tab, and you're there. Technical. Eve voice has been removed. I don't know what that is, but I hope it's not the that voiceover that they use at the beginning of the tutorials, sort of walk you through your objectives, because that was a nice voice. All right, let's see. We are about 2/3 of the way through here. We get into user interface. Added a question mark icon next to the standing value in the standings section of the character sheet. Hovering this will now show the tooltip for standings. Added the standings tooltip when hovering all entries in the faction, corporation, agent section of the standings tab in the character sheet. The fleet watch list window now has color coding. The targeting bracket on fleet mates, not maters, is purple, the fleet color, rather than yellow. Text for broadcasts for reps now include what ship type the broadcast came from. Fleet tags are now displayed on the targets in the target bar. It is now possible to remove a fleet tag from whatever was tagged before. The results from ship scans are now organized by slots. The Show Info window for a solar system now has a special tab for structures in the system. Please note that, like before, it only lists those structures you have docking access at. Oh, that's nice. That'll help you help prevent you from going someplace only to find that you can't dock there, especially if you bought something there. The HQ listed in Show Info windows for Corporation will now be a link. A tooltip has been added to the standing icon in the Show Info window to show what the icon is based on: player to player, player to corp, alliance to corp, etc. If your security status is -2 or lower, the tooltip on your security status in the character sheet will tell you in which systems the faction police will attack. There's now an option to have the Compare tool only list those attributes that differ for the items currently being compared. The height of the duration drop-down in market orders has been decreased, so all entries fit without scrolling. The salvage option for salvage drones has been moved to the top of the right-click menu. Volume information has been added to the material input and output tooltips in the industry window. The right-click options have been categorized as potentially especially destructive. Will now have a red exclamation point in front of them. Among other things, we hope this helps to make it easier to differentiate between reprocess and repackage. Yeah, that was good. Added an open jump navigation option when right-clicking on a ship HUD of a jump-capable ship. The selected item window and jump shortcut will now work for jump bridges. Added a visual display of the 30-second invulnerability timer received when changing location, undocking, or jumping to a Sino field. Defects and fixes. Drones and fighters can now be repackaged. Gameplay. When switching ammo types, charges will now always be placed into an existing stack of the same ammo type where possible. Fantastic. That's a long time coming. Fixed an issue where applying a corporate insurance contract to a ship with an existing insurance policy would lead to the cost being paid, refunded, and paid again. Fixed an issue where the Federation Navy sensor booster had a 10-second reload time instead of 0. Graphics. Adjusted the distance at which the Osprey hull model switches level of detail. Fixed an issue that could lead to rendering issues in character customization screen. Corrected an issue with floating damage locations on the mobile Sino inhibitor. Fixed an issue where the medium jump drive visual effect could clip through some ships. PvE. NPE changed some of the text in the first industry career mission so that it is clearer for new players. NPE, New Player Experience, I believe is what NPE stands for here. Fixed the mission text for Galente Advanced Military 7 of 10 so that it no longer references the drone's skill book as a reward. NPE, fixed mission text for career military 5 of 10 so that it is the same for all empires. NPE, a passkey issue with the acceleration gate in the 5th exploration career mission has been fixed. The passkey itself has also been renamed so that it is clearer what it is when viewed in the default inventory window, where its name is often truncated. Fixed an issue with the level 5 mission Lights Out so that it cannot be broken with high one-shot DPS. Fixed a mission completion issue in the unauthorized military presence mission. Fixed mission text in Advanced Military 4 of 10 so that it no longer mentions Remote ECCM. Fixed grammar issues in various mission texts, and fixed a completion issue in the Gate to Nowhere and Minmatar Pilot 1 of 3 missions, and re-enabled the missions. For Science and Industry, the Jobs tab of the Industry window will now display a loading icon when necessary. Ice Harvesting Drone 2 blueprints and Moon Ore Mining Crystals 2 blueprints will now correctly appear under Tech 2. Structures and deployables, contracts located in unanchored or destroyed upwell structures are now canceled correctly. Fixed an issue where decommissioning an upwell structure while docked in an NPC station would fail. And let's see, user interface. Fixed the contextual menu when choosing what cargo hold to track so that the list of trackable bays is properly alphabetized. Fixed alignment of icons and tutorial videos panel. Fixed an issue causing duplicate confirmation windows to appear when changing UI scaling. Fixed incorrect sizing of hovered Empire seals in Empire selection view after transitioning from windowed to full screen client. Removed the skins filter category under accessories for item filters. Fixed an issue where the inventory window would open if a corp office is rented or unrented. When a kill right against you has its availability changed, its display in your character sheet now updates and you will receive a notification about this straight away instead of after relogging. Improved clarity of attributes, capacitor need bonus for high-speed maneuvering and implants using this skill. The broadcast radial menu shortcut now works when assigned to a mouse button. When failing to assign a new shortcut due to the button already being in use, the set shortcut window reopens automatically so a new shortcut can be chosen. Fixed an issue where there was no difference between the set name options for an upwell structure or a jump clone when right-clicking on an existing jump clone in the character tab of the character sheet. Mining upgrade skill and implants now display the CPU penalty reduction bonus in the attributes tab. Fixed an issue where tags on brackets in space could become fixed at a single point in the UI. The too many blueprints to display message is now correctly shown at 25,000 blueprints, not 10,000. That's a lot of blueprints to be managing. Added Arcanor ore in the description of Mexilon. The state column in the structure browser now shows an icon and tooltip for anchoring structures. Stacks of drones in a ship's drone bay are now correctly counted when calculating the estimated value of a ship. Selecting Simulate Ship from a show info window of your own ship now correctly simulates its current fit instead of only the hull. The tooltips for fitted rigs no longer incorrectly refers to them as modules. Fixed an issue where the subsystem hold capacity tooltip for T3 cruisers was referring to corpses instead of subsystems. Fixed a text issue in Proteus module covert reconfiguration, where the structure hit points were referred to as armor hit points. Switching the incorrect sensor dampening characteristic to the correct small characteristic on the Cremoas. And corrected the spelling of exchequer? Executor? I don't know how to pronounce that, but they corrected the spelling of it in its description. So that's it for March 2020, it's not March 2020, although I would imagine the game will be going 2 years from now. It is March 20th in 2018, and that's it for the patch notes here. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Check out the other videos, and if you have anything you'd like to learn or anything you're curious about with the game, by all means, hit me up in the comments, and I'll make a video for you, and we can all learn about that thing together if I don't already know about it. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.